Hello, my loves. Today we are going to do a reading discussing this card. We're going to be talking about Warlocks today. Okay, I'm going to preface this reading uh, with trigger warnings again. So I don't know what's going to come out yet. Okay, my intentions in this reading was to have a clear picture of behavior patterns um, of the New Age Warlock, because that's what this card says. All right, it says magician, warlock, and Oz of the new era. And I've always read this in the past as the magician in my deck in the light aspect. Look at the brand new me. I'm the fighting spirit. I'm a warrior. My staff is a hockey staff, so like I'm a fighter, right? And think of the skills that you have to play hockey. Okay. But also they usually will throw down right away, right? Like fighters. So today we're going to read it in the dark aspect too, because we need to be prepared as far as their tricks, and because you might be thinking that you're dealing with a narcissist, but they're like can be worse than a narcissist, and so operate covertly, but I'm going to spill the beans and not sugarcoat it. I feel like I'm holding back a little bit right now, but I'm going to let loose here in a minute. Okay. Of this type of human energy. Okay. Let's just first start in preparation for this reading. And I was praying and doing what I typically do at the beginning of a reading. And I heard I need to light a candle, bring in the light. So I will, which is the truth. This is about awareness so that we can protect ourselves, okay? And know these types of energies that we sometimes come across in this world that we live in, okay? So I was told to light a candle, and then I was told to create some smoke. And so I thought I have my abalone shell here and my sage. It's right here now. But I got it out. I set it down. I got sidetracked with something else. I don't even know what I got sidetracked with. And then I just stood there at my desk. And it was as if I had some sort of, like I was seeing everything that was here, but I could not see that abalone dish. I could not see it. I could not see it. And I said, and I had it in my mind retrace my steps. And then I actually started rewalking my steps. And I was like, what is going on? This is the energy of a warlock? I know I didn't move it. Look at the shenanigans, man. Like I moved it out of its original spot, but it's somewhere in this room, and where is it? And I kept looking, and I kept looking, and I kept looking, and I'm like, this is great. This is I feel crazy. It's the way it felt. I feel like, and then I just looked down, and it was just there. It was gone, and then it didn't reappeared, and I don't know what it was, but it was making me feel like really like unsure of myself, which is what this warlock can do, make you feel unsure of yourself or unstable. Or if like, and then I also said, oh my God, if it was a snake, it would have bit me, because it was just like right there. And this is one of your cards for your advice, the snake. So I lit the smoke and stuff and my sage, and I sat down, but I just thought that was quite interesting. My eyes were working, but they weren't working in the way that I needed them to work. I don't know. Some smoke and illusions is also coming out here. So let's get into this reading. uh The way that this is somebody that will harness energy from you if you choose to lay down with them. The new age one is going to say they're spiritual. Those are the worst ones. Yes, demons are spiritual too. The warlock is just doing its job. I'll just say that too. And if you consider yourself a high priestess, you will get tested with warlock energy. But there, in this reading today, when I clarified this warlock, this is somebody that wants to manage your schedule. The micromanager, the clockwork mind. You got to be at their beck and call. I just called. And magic tricks. And you see how the mind is looping here? That's how I felt. My whole world felt disoriented. When I first created this masculine looking face, I called it Mr. Potato Head. So, a master of disguises. Masks they wear. I'm a hockey player. I'm also wearing my trench coat, so I'm a bit of a hood. You know what I mean? Like, or a rebel. Always dressed to the nines, even if they don't got, like, it's like drugstore cowboy is what I call it. When I was like 19, 20 years old, when I would go out to the clubs, and you could tell the real cowboys from the fake drugstore cowboys. You could tell, right? Can't you tell? You need to work a day in those boots. You need to fucking work a day in those boots. Well, this one's got Skechers on with this, like, I don't know. It's very superficial energy. I'm just telling you that. They're going to make it look like they got a lot of bank. But it's actually women who are supporting these fools. With their sexual energy, too. Because they're harnessing that energy. They're harnessing that energy to create more for themselves and breadcrumb your ass. Your sacral energy, I would keep to yourself. But I'm just saying, this is the way that they are manipulating. The devil and the magician. And this devil in this deck is, I mean, we're talking about with multiple people in large groups and gatherings. This is also, this masculine, this warlock is going to be a blackmailer. So watch out now. Blackmailer. It's bringing in things like what's going on with e-files and stuff like that in social, political, celebrity things. The Lovers card. Multiple choices, multiple lovers. They're also coming out here, which makes it even worse, as I'm a prophet. They're actually trying to, like, try to teach women how to manifest by laying down with them or something. Even there's something about, I've been learning about our own spit. You know, like, we are aware, like, yeah, this person can be deadly because they can also, like, protect yourself. They could also have STDs or things like that from multiple partners, and they will not tell you. So when I'm talking about the swapping of the spit is sacred. I take my own spit, put it behind my ears. Do it, you too. The swapping of the spit. Here. A red ribbon that keeps us together, that keeps us binded. And they definitely don't kiss and tell. They love to prey upon, see how I shuffled my deck. I said, show me what this warlock is like. And then these were the two cards surrounding this warlock. Okay. When I was done shuffling, just took one from each side. You're definitely a micromanager of your time with this one too. Even though they don't make time for you. Always got to know what you're up doing and everything. Okay. Anyways, how these branches are looking like tuning forks over to this person who's trying to heal. They prey on people like in the healing communities. They could have a big following too, you know. They're also like an energy vampire to where, you know, like your emotions are feeding them. So the best way to disconnect from an energy like this is not to pay it attention or give it any energy, and do what you can to release yourself any emotionally or energetically from the connection once you are aware what's going on, and protect yourself. The Lovers and the Four of Wands. With the Eight of Diamonds, a lot of times the Warlock's already married and has multiple lovers on the side. And I am getting some sense of polygamy coming in here too. Yeah, because I want to build a castle of love and or coven or whatever they call it. I don't know. I wanted to clarify this Devil, which is an insatiable desire and magnetism. I'm getting to both sexes here, not just females. Okay, a majority of females watch me, feminines watch me, so my analytics tell me. But I wanted to dive deeper into this, the tactics here. It's a very Eros kind of energy here. It's giving me Pan too. Okay, I do think this is a depiction of Pan in this deck. But I am using the tarot of sex magic here too, so they're highly skilled at what they're doing. Protect your sacral energy. When we connect energetically like that, we're taking on all their burdens and shit in their head. I'm telling you, and you get sick before you get better. That's the thing. You're going to get sick. So I want you to protect yourself. This feminine looks like she got sick before she's getting better. She's going to speak her truth, her testimony. She's going to talk about how she felt even such an illusion too, and how she was so overwhelmed with her feelings. They want you to feel that way. Coming back for more. I say that this person can act like even a prophet. It's a false prophet. I've dealt with these in my life. I don't have a lot of past lovers. I don't. I'm great. I'm good with that. But even when I have shared my energy, I've had to learn some tough lessons about what I was dealing with. And it put a lump in my throat. Yeah, it did. Or somebody's got a lump in their throat. Ezekiel is out here. I'm not going religious with it, but you can look, if that resonates. Ezekiel, the one that saw the divine chariot, had prophetic, was a prophet, right? So that's what I'm saying. This person is showing up like a false prophet. You're my twin flame too. Fucking red flag. A pair of dirty socks, too. Yeah. Or they'll wear shoes with no socks and the feet stink. Whatever. This is a married man with a lot of females around him. Three of diamonds. A lot of friends that are of the same sex and typically won't have any, like this brother ain't going to have any other brothers. He's just going to have all these females around him. Clarifying of this devil that you didn't want me to talk about, and I'm going back to it because I'm right on track. Oh, I'm right on track. Tracking you. Oh, yeah, they cloak, man. That's how it felt. I was like in a cloak. Cloaked. Intentions? The behaviors of this person is they're going to come on strong with a throbbing wand and then, oh, it's going to feel so good. Actually, you feel drained afterwards, and stop faking the orgasm for this motherfucker. I'm attracted to your confidence, intensity, passion, and carpe diem. Yeah, sometimes the chemistry is, that's what pulls you back for more. Is it worth it? Because you don't feel like, think about it. How did he feel right afterwards? And how did they feel? And how did they react? Because I replay shit like that. I felt whooped. He felt, alive and invigorated, and even said it out loud. And the vajayjay always tells you. Like, it'll shut down. Right? Why do you fake it? Don't fake it for this. So they like your confidence. They're going to come on strong with all the right moves, magnetism, attraction, all the right threads, dressing the good dress, having this top hat on. I'm magical. They're also reckless and foolish with their sexual energy. So now you're sleeping with all their partners too, and all their problems, and connecting yourself there. And now things aren't happening in your life because you're also you've dysregulated your system. You're fragmented on multiple timelines here. Well, I'm really not sugarcoating it too. And plus, they're done quick, man. They're like done within a couple of minutes, if that. I'll give them a couple of minutes. And you're like, what the hell was that? Stop faking it. They're always seeking. It's kind of like a jester, but more advanced, way more advanced. They're going to play the hard to get game too. They're always playing games. There's playing games here. And I said what I said because it says coming quick. It literally says that on the card. Okay, you can read it if you want. This is what I got out for this character, this warlock. And 8 of Swords. And now you're mentally doubting yourself. They'll tell you to go get a makeover, but they ain't going to bring any funds for it. Nope. You give me fever. You will wake up feverish when you're still transmuting their energy. Peggy Lee. You feel like you'll be going through withdrawals without them. They could be casting spells. I'm just a warlock. This is misaligned and misguided and all kinds of illusion. And it's time to retreat and stop entertaining this energy. And you will heal and grow. Start fanning your own flame. Don't don't give it any attention. We got to slow down. We're healing, we're shedding. We can shed this. We can heal from this. We've learned our lesson. In gnarly 9 years, what I call it. And the snail saying, slowly remove yourself. Take a look at some of your own patterns. Okay, how can you shift? with how you're interacting with this. I don't know if you're interacting with somebody like this, but we're going to slow that roll. We're going to trust our vibrations, the feelings that we're getting. Okay, and there's the egg is, somebody might want, this snake may say that they've changed. You know, it makes me feel like something wants to come back around here or something. It is symbolizing a beginning, or it's a gift. There's a gift in this. There's a lesson learned here. And now we're going to do something in a much more healthy way with the snail. And we recognize how important it is to protect our heart too, like this hard shell of the snail. The snail, it's finding its way home, or it carries its home on its back, but we're going in to find, the spiral's going in to find our safety, to find our security again. We're being mindful every day of where we give our energy, that yellow energy, okay? We've got to take care of the snails in the garden because they can cause a lot of damage. So we got to tend to and cultivate our own garden as we're healing and growing from these situations where we've been involved with. Okay, so just take care of you. The sun shining in this card is talking about a new you who's quite aware. Okay? I've observed. I've slowed down. I'm going to take care of myself. And allow new in. I feel like with the cat being here too, there's a different kind of masculine that wants to show up. With the peacock here, okay? But that's also saying too that this warlock is, think about how showy they are and how loud they are. Okay, so trust your intuition, priests and priestesses. We can see somebody's own battles and somebody's own, like, this is their journey, and we can give it love, we can give it grace, we can give it compassion, but we don't have to connect with this type of energy because we know the truth. We see from a higher vantage point here too. I feel like I'm an avatar deer. I see you. I love you, but no thank you. We're fighting a different fight here, it feels like. There are light and dark witches and warlocks. Okay? And this is just the version of what's coming out in my deck and with my oracle deck that I created in my shadow art. The Warlock Oz of the new era. Okay? So, take care of your sacral energy. And, a before and after shot. That's what they're showing me with this one. It's like, I look back at some of my old photos of when I first met that person and then the day that we parted. And I have photos of like my previous partners and stuff. If I was with you a long time, okay? Not if it was just a date, some fucking shit. I ain't a weirdo like that. Oh, God. But like the eyes. Like you can see it and all over the face and the eyes, and like how this person has drained your energy, drained life force out of you. So go away, potato head. Go play in the play box. The toy box with the other dolls or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right. Those are your messages today and what I had from this. And I'm going to go ahead and release this and get outside and do some grounding. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And message me if you need your own reading. We're going to get through this whole deck and talking about the light and dark aspects. Well, maybe the next one I'm going to talk about is the beast within us. Or is it the Jedi? Love you.